Do not let up. We gotta cover every base. Well, make them talk. I gotta find her. Do you understand me?
I didn't hear that.
I'm hitting a brick wall here.
Okay, well, I think I may have a way of getting ahead of Theo.
You got a lead?
I was talking with Brenda's friend Suzanne last night. I'm starting to think that maybe this baby actually survived.
Black.
What?
How I take my coffee. Black. 1 lump of sugar.
Yes, sir, Mr. Hoffman.
Mr. Hoffman? Not Theo? Not Mr. Big? You're uncharacteristically respectful today, Jules. Should I be concerned?
Please, no.
I would hate to think you're keeping something from me. Ah, Miss Barrett. Huh. Yes, it is a pleasure to see you, as always. Have a seat.
No.
I do have some questions, and I advise you to answer with complete honesty.
What are you saying?
Suzanne was tripping over herself to be helpful, but it was the same old story that Brenda came down with a fever in Somalia, she lost the baby, and then the child was buried there.
So that's what happened?
Okay, in my experience as a cop, when you're trying to get the truth out of people, it gets messy. Okay, details shift, the story changes, but this one, this Brenda losing the baby story, she was rattling it off like it was memorized.
Are you telling me you think Brenda lied?
What I'm telling you is that I think she would do anything to keep this baby safe. That's why she named me on the adoption papers. I think she just wanted a little extra insurance so the truth wouldn't come out.
Well, I think you're pulling this out of thin air.
Sonny, think about it.
What?
She's in Africa. She has this baby. She gives it up for private adoption to a family. She gets help from Suzanne, who has connections with child welfare. She puts it in motion, makes the baby disappear.
I don't trust Suzanne, but I do trust Brenda. She wouldn't have lied to me.
Tell me what happened when you left Africa and the child behind. Where did you visit? How long were you in Rome? Did you make many charity appearances?
That's a lot of questions.
Well, you have nowhere else to go. Begin in chronological order. And please include when and where you were accompanied by Suzanne Stanwyck.
Why?
Ours is not to reason why.
I'm assuming that you're asking when and if I went off to see my child.
Perhaps you sent your faithful friend Suzanne to visit the child.
There are no secrets between me and Brenda anymore.
Okay, if Brenda knows this kid is alive, she's desperate to protect him.
She said she lost a child. I'm going to believe her.
Just try and follow me.
I am following you.
Okay, well, she's been covering ever since she found out that she was pregnant with Alexander's kid.
Now, the truth came out at the wedding.
At least most of it.
When I look in Brenda's eyes, I know if she's telling the truth. And she was telling the truth. No lies, no hidden agenda. You want to investigate Suzanne? Be my guest. Brenda's in the clear.
Maybe she was waiting to tell you about the baby being alive when you two were alone.
If Brenda had a child, she would never give it up. No matter what.
Even if it meant to keep him away from Theo Hoffman?
Brenda's a lot like me. We would never walk away from a child.
And that brings us to last spring. When did Suzanne Stanwyck leave your side, and where did she go?
I don't know. I'm not her keeper.
Where were you and Miss Stanwyck last spring?
Last spring we went to India. And then after that I went to Tahiti for a week with a friend.
And where was Miss Stanwyck?
I don't know where Miss Stanwyck was.
You will have to do better.
So now go tell him and you'll protect both of us.
The time has come. My moment.
Wow.
I can't believe it.
I'm so proud of
Finally
you.
got that right.
That's so awesome.
The blade sings.
You had one of your enemies taped to a chair in my living room.
I can't hear this. I can't hear this
Well,
conversation.
I'm going to do whatever I got to do to find Brenda.
Bravo, Sonny, for breaking the law in front of the kids again.
Well, I don't see you lifting a finger to do anything.
I told you this before. I'm letting law enforcement handle.
Do you know that a madman has Brenda? I'm not waiting for the cops. Now, you go ahead and do what you want to do. But stay the hell away from me.
Fraudulent documents or fraudulent marriage? Your call.
Maybe Suzanne's afraid Brenda's gonna tell Sonny all about the baby once they're married.
Why would Suzanne care?
Well, if Brenda's baby is alive, she's desperate to keep him away from Alexander's family, and maybe Suzanne's all about helping Brenda.
I just think something's missing. I don't know.
The Jackal is the bearer of most urgent tidings. Regarding my memoir, the publishers are most excited about the chapter featuring Stone Cold, and they have given it a green light.
Spinelli and I need to talk.
Okay. I'll look into Suzanne Stanwyck over the last 3 years.
Dante's research will miss the mark by a vast and gaping margin.
What have you got?
Nothing short of victory. Jacoby has cracked the case. Enlightenment lies within.
Diane, it's Carly. Look,
I've done everything I can to help Brenda by going through the proper channels without leaving a trail of blood in my wake, Sonny.
maybe this is a good time for all of us to just take a moment, just breathe.
Morgan and Jocelyn, they need to be protected from the violence that almost destroyed Michael's life. And if Carly won't do it, then I have to.
Let me guess. You want custody of Carly's kids?
Yes, for now I do.
And you think that she's going to cave into your paranoid demands?
And if Carly is not willing to compromise, perhaps this is an opportunity.
You are out on a limb, fighting a losing battle. Even Diane, right, Diane, is going to bail out.
You know, I hope to God that you wake up before you kill off your entire family.
Gosh, you and Jax are just such a pleasure.
Okay, forget Jax. Have you checked into Theo's holding company? So we can find out where he's holding Brenda.
I have dozens of people pulling records in both Manhattan and Port Charles, researching every transaction Theo's holding companies have ever made. Nothing so far.
I don't understand how a piece of garbage like that gets through the front door.
Because he had impeccable credentials.
Why didn't you have him checked out? He shouldn't have been on Brenda's case in the first place.
Did have him checked out. New York checked him out. Theo Hoffman is an exceptional attorney who knew he was going to be a psychopath.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you right now, okay? I got to find this psychopath and then find Brenda, whatever it takes.
Well, that sounds ominous.
Yes, you do your job, let me do my job, and we're going to be fine.
Fine,
You know what I mean?
fine. I will call my people. I will see if they have unearthed anything new. In the meantime, please do not turn Port Charles into a war zone while I'm gone.
Okay, don't run. You know something about Brenda?
I know. I can take you to her.
Hey, are we leaving?
It's very possible you may never leave at all.
Theo was indeed married by a justice of the peace in Manhattan 35 years ago. This photo was taken not long after of Theo and his devoted wife.
Wait a minute. That's
Suzanne, real name Stephanie Wayne.
Are you kidding me? She's married to Theo? Is she Alexander's mother?
I've yet to confirm that fact, but given the dates and ages, it seems most likely. When Theo was embarking on his second life of crime as the Balkan, Suzanne, or should I say Stephanie, created a second identity in the mid-'80s as Suzanne Stanwyck, journalist and child advocate.
Jason, I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm just going crazy with worry. Have you had any luck in tracking Brenda?
We have just had a breakthrough.
What is it?
You're Theo's wife? Where the hell is he holding Brenda?